Water park tells kids where babies come from. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
They got married on
I'm already going live.
Sunday.
That was quick.
Arrested, police said. That's not, you know.
That was quick.
It could happen anywhere.
And easy.
St. Pete man gets drunk, falls off bike, hits man at hospital with folding chair. Police say.
What?
What?
What? I have no idea. Oh, my lord. How late am I? 30 seconds late. Good actually, I just haven't even really pulled anything. I'm just kind of going randomly off the cuff right now. I'm actually watching Flash Fried and I just listened to a crazy Floridian story because Florida, you know, gotta love Florida. Oh, wrong story. Where is it? So this was, Largo man broke into jewelry store, cut himself on glass, and bled on over everything. Yeah, so this was in Florida. And, you know, I feel like I need to, like, get my obligatory crazy Florida story. Because, I mean, there's so many crazy, you know what, I'm gonna look up my own crazy Florida stories. Florida news. Fuck it, let's just see. Florida City looks for answers after zombie alert was sent to residents. Here we go. This is going to be fun. This was 13 hours ago. Florida's officials say they still don't know who sent a, quote, zombie alert to residents of a Florida city following a power outage. A power outage. Wow. Wow. Lake Worth spokesman Ben Kerr says an independent investigation is underway to determine who was behind the message to send some 7,880 customers during a 27-minute power outage. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's real. Holy... Oh my god, look at this. Yeah, power outage and zombie alert for residents of Lake Worth and Terminus. There are now far less than 1,380 customers involved due to extreme zombie activity. Restoration time is uncertain. Whoa. I think I almost accidentally canceled the stream. That would have been upsetting. Yeah, 2-minute show, guys. Missiles to Guam and zombies to Florida. Oh my god, what are we doing in Guam now? You see, I don't... Whoa! I hate it when some loud thing just blows up like that. Like, what the hell? Fuck you. Like, don't do that. Futures point to a triple-digit loss at the open after... I don't know what that story... You know, I might as well look into that. More from CNBC, so let's take this with a grain of salt. A grain of saltiness. Stocks reverse losses, finish up after Fed minutes show willingness to let inflation run. So I'm not an economist, so I don't know much about the details of this shit. But I'll try. Fed officials said that they'd be comfortable allowing inflation to briefly run above its target as the economy continues to rebound. Stocks were lower earlier in the day after worse-than-expected earnings from Target and worries about U.S.-China trade talks falling apart. Shares of industrial conglomerate GE fell 7.2% Wednesday, its worst one-day performance since 2009. Damn. Stocks closed Wednesday higher, apparently. Oh my god, I mean, I just learned a little bit about economics in my class earlier today, but it's just, like, so brief that, you know, it's I mean, I know with, oh, whoa. 5-day chart, okay, yeah. Let's see here, God, this goes on forever, holy crap. I'm not gonna know much about all this. Okay. I'll just start here. Though the general tone was that inflation would continue to rise, there was disagreement on how confident the Fed would, or the FED, I don't know, Fed or FED, be after undershooting its target for so long, with some members amendable to let the prices climb higher. So, I mean, I did learn that inflation would be like, I know that from what I've learned is that the more inflation you got, essentially, the less your dollar's worth, essentially. So, that's not good. Like, everything that so far what I'm kind of understanding is that this doesn't seem good, but I don't know enough to really give a full opinion on that situation. But I overheard some shit about Guam, so I'll look that up. See, I mean, I also pulled some other stuff about some shit going on in Syria again. So that's going on. But I will look up the Guam situation, see what's going on there. I just typed in Guam, and that was it. News. Well, there's something from 9 months ago. I'm getting all sorts of stuff from 9 months ago. Because I do remember there was some stuff going on with North Korea doing tests near Guam. But I am not seeing anything else recently. Missiles. Is there anything? Yeah, everything points to 9 months ago, so I am not seeing anything. Yeah. Yeah, so everything that I'm seeing so far is from 9 months ago, which is fairly recent still, but I mean, that was a while ago, considering, but things are cheaper and exports cheaper goods than trade problems. Yeah, because of deficits, and deficits aren't good. Actually, you know, I might as well try to. Where did I put my shit? I left my school stuff in the other room, so I'll go grab that really quick, and I can pull my notes out and reread what I was reading into. But I might as well let you guys listen to this crazy Florida story of a guy bleeding everywhere in a jewelry store, because that's hilarious and sad at the same time. It's like, come on, dude, really?
Broke into a jewelry store, cut himself on glass, and bled all over everything.
Where did this happen?
Florida.
Florida.
I mean, I'm always sure to pull at least one or two crazy Floridian stories.
I mean, do you really even have to look for them? I mean, they're just.
It's not hard. I mean,
Florida man, killed someone with a garbage can.
That's true. A Largo man was arrested Monday after police said he broke into the front door of a jewelry store and stole $10,000 in jewelry, but cut himself in the process and left blood all over the store.
Wow.
Okay, so
What a doofus.
yeah, what a dumbass, man. Like, why would... If you're literally going to rob something and you start bleeding, yeah, don't rob that place. No. You shouldn't have robbed it in the first place, though, you idiot. But, I mean, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, let's see here. I just need to, Okay, so, yeah, I have, the basic definitions of surplus and deficit that I wrote up. So, with surplus, it's selling more than we buy in trade, essentially. And then deficits is buying more than we sell in trade. And, yeah, the U.S. does a lot of buying and stuff. But... yeah, so, anyway, I'll go back to that part, but yeah, this Florida dude was such an idiot. But it's Florida. It's Florida. What? I mean, at this point, when there's a crazy Florida story, just, you know, the summary of the story is just going to be, it's Florida. It's Florida. What are you going to do? It's Florida. So, fun. Oh, so fun.
What a total fucking doof.
Oops, glass can cut you?
Glass can cut? Oh, I never knew. Golly gee willikers.
Police arrested, let's see if we can explain, James Williams. Not James, but Jane.
James.
Oh my god. Jane. But yeah, it is all about balance, because the main thing that he was talking about when he was going into like world trade is that there's a balance that generally, that there is like an actual balance that can be had. It's just that most countries don't have that balance, and usually it goes one way or the other depending on what country you go to and what their trade policies are. But for the most part, there's usually like a little surplus or deficit depending on the country that you look at when it comes to their trade. So yeah, I mean, there is a balance, and it's just so, and it's just like it, you know, this is like the basic of basic economics that I'm learning here. And if I'm learning that deficits are bad, and then we have Republicans saying we need to boost the deficit or something like that, you know, whatever, for like trade and growth or whatever, it's not, that doesn't, no, that you're not growing, you're literally getting yourself in debt, basically. I mean, a deficit sounds like another way of saying you're going to have loans and then a debt. And yeah, America has a debt. A very bad debt problem. So, yeah, it's yeah, you know, whenever Republicans say something about deficit, just replace it with debt and, you know, essentially selling out America to other nations for their own profitable gains, and which is just so fucking sickening. But, you know, that's corruption for you. That's what they do. They add all these deficits and shit while claiming to not, or saying that they're good to the American people. So those who aren't as wise up to these type of things don't understand it. So, and don't realize what it actually is going to do. Back to big business. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, it's just, I mean, it's like I'm actually generally just kind of, in a way, unable to really describe how insane that, just how corrupt we really are with how our system is and how it operates. You know, in a lot of ways, I mean, you know, I can, but, you know, that's just mainly calling out for what it is. Oh, I mean, I do understand that the world is corrupt money. I definitely understand that. It's just that, it's like I do understand it. It's just that I don't get how it got so bad. You know what I mean? Like, that's my main thing. It's just, how do we get this? How do we just, like, veer off course so bad to let this happen? And, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it. There's definitely is. And maybe I'll go into them in a sec. If you have the money. If you have the money, you can buy anything or anyone. But if you're a poor schmuck like you or me, or my friends, or just your average Joe, you're lucky you're going to be able to buy yourself a mechanic if your car breaks down. I mean, it's kind of fucked how that world works. I mean, they're not saying, I mean, you should, when you have money and you have a comfortable living, you should just buy people. But I mean, or buy people off or whatever. But I mean, the way that wealth is redistributed right now is just so awfully terrible. And that's why I said I was going to probably do a mini Ignarism, because I might do like a couple mini philosophical takes on some stuff later in this lovely little stream I got going on today. Also, the moon is out in the middle of the day, so I'll probably go outside to do that and check out my telescope and stuff like that. Maybe talk about more about my worldviews. I think I might do is why are you going to Iceland? Did you promise it? No, I didn't promise it on my channel at all. That's just something that my mom said that she was going to take me on a world trip at some point after high school as a graduation gift, essentially. And we never got around to doing it the next year, like we were kind of planning. So we waited until I got a job so I can actually, you know, learn about life basically at that point, and save money as well, which that's been a challenge actually. But and you know, and then it was what the fuck? God, I'm trying to figure out how to start this sentence. God damn it! But yeah, I mean, we were going to do a world trip, and then we finally we found a really good deal to go to Iceland, and because I was very interested in Northern Europe and Scandinavia as a whole, and in general, that was just I've seen the map of Iceland. There's like a book I have that's about Iceland. I have it over here actually. So, yes, I do. Yep. Come here, bitch. Yeah, I have this book right here that goes into the map of Iceland, and goes into the map of the Reykjavik itself. It goes into all the small little towns, all the cool little places, what's in these little towns and everything like that. And, like, what's around, the wildlife, what you can find. You know, it goes into everything. Like, here's a chunk of Iceland there. I mean, there's a whole map as well. But these are just, like, little towns that you can check out and see what they all are. Like, here's another one right there. Another one right here. I mean, it goes into big detail. So, I mean, we've planned, like we were planning to do this for at least a year, but we never got, we never found, like, a really good deal to get tickets and shit to go there until recently, so we're going to be going to October later this year. But I will be, probably doing, like, a stream while I'm in Iceland, too. Just, maybe, just mainly not on anything, but just for the sake of just seeing the country, you know? And maybe just checking out some cool sites and meeting people and, I mean, there's so much I want to, like, actually do there, and we only have 1 week to do all of it, so it's just going to be like, oh, I have to pick place for nature, peace, and quiet, and agriculture. And, yeah, I mean, I definitely would say that for sure. And also, it's just, you know, I would even call it, like, tranquility in a way, too. I mean, like, it's so chill and peaceful there that it's kind of accepted that you can go into someone else's house if you're a resident there and make yourself some more warm tea, or just, like, tea, and brew yourself some tea, and, you can just do that because it gets so fucking cold in Iceland. And if no one's home and the door's unlocked, you can do that yourself without being helped out or whatever. You can help yourself and then just leave and tidy it up and make the place look nice once you're done. And it's just like, I want to do that, but cool. I mean that's cool. I mean, the fact that, you know, they're so chill and so peaceful out there, and are so just, you know, well immersed into their own society that they can do that. And that's cool. I love that. I mean, I wish America was like that. You can't even, like, lock your door without someone still trying to find a way in to take half your shit. It's like, god damn it, man. Well, it'd be 1,500 miles closer to Philly, so the opposite. And also, it'll be dark while it's in the afternoon for you, so it'll be like the opposite, too. I mean, so that'll be interesting. That'll be cool. You'll be seeing me while it's dark, and then you're, like, in the midday or, like, late afternoon or something like that. Instead of me being in late afternoon, it's more like night for you. So that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. 'Cause of the world. So tasty. Oh god, not singing. Hey, I have to practice somehow, mate. I have to. I'm gonna read the next story here. Well, I don't actually have many stories in the first place, but I can pull some shit up pretty quick. What the hell? I'm looking at my notifications because usually there's, like, shit up here. There is some. Oh, here we go. There is the Progressive Voice. I don't know if you heard of him, but he's like, he's either a very young adult at this point or still a teenager, but he does videos like me, and he's actually really awesome. And he just recently did an interview with Kyle Kalinske, and the first question he asked was if he had legs, and I just replied with a comment because we all know that Kyle does not have legs. Any information that says otherwise is fake fucking news. So I said, Kyle's spreading fake news for the conspiracy that Big Seltzer's trying to hide with seltzer-based hologram legs that are protrude from his waist hover pad that he floats on forever, which is his chair. This is a fact, and everyone knows who follows the mighty lesbian softball coach understands the complexity of the Seltzer conspiracy of legs. And someone replied to me, which is how I This is a reply that I saw, and this is, oh my god, this is the greatest thing this is the greatest thing I've seen. LMAO, that is some of the most hilarious Seltzer conspiracy theory I have ever read. Gotta keep a watchful eye for those Seltzer-based holograms. Did you know that Cenk Uygur, I think he meant Uyghur, but he spelt it wrong, is actually an artificially intelligent Seltzer hologram? The real Cenk is living in the Bahamas and long since retired from independent news media. The Seltzer conspirators are everywhere. Yes, yes. Oh, Gord, yes. Oh, Gord, yes. Juiciness. Oh. But, there is actually one thing I can pull. And it's, it's mainly about, if, you, depending on where you're at, should, like, leave the Democratic Party considering how corrupt it is and everything, or and make it a third party, or stay within it. And I've kind of always, his position is essentially my position, which is if you're in like a close primary area and due to that circumstance third parties can't grow and flourish in those areas, as well as in open primary areas, where if you were registered as like Working Families Party or the Green Party or what have you, you could still vote for a progressive who might label themselves as a Democrat, because that's how a lot of progressives have been winning elections, is, you know, being registered as a Democrat but pushing populist left ideas. So, which is mainly my philosophy, which is if you're in a close primary state like I am, I have to, I mean, for me, I vote Democrat just because I know, I mean, even in my primary, there was a lot of progressives I found, looking through every option, there was a lot of them, and of course, that I voted for. And, I mean, unfortunately, like, every single one in Oregon did not win, which, I mean, I was expecting it, to be honest. I was like, you know, none of these people are going to win. They're up against Kate Brown, they're up against Kurt Schrader, or he was up against, there's only one person going against Kurt. I mean, and a lot of the, I mean, there were some progressive victories. There was, I think Van Hoyle won county governor for my county, which is good. I mean, there's, I mean, so there is progress. It's just super, super slow. But yeah, I mean, but if you're in an open primary, I mean, you're definitely leave the Democratic Party, because then you can essentially, because if there is a progressive that is still in the Democratic Party, you still have a chance to at least vote for that person. So, I mean, I wish elections didn't have closed primaries. I wish they were just all open, because that's just more democratic. And also, I just wish there was vote by mail with multiple ranked choice voting, because I think, wow, I mean, there's no like pure perfect system of like a democratic way to go with elections, but I think for me at least, that's probably the best way. I mean, but you know, there's still problems you can have with that, like with every form of electoral type of system like that, but for me at least, I think that's probably the best way. But anyway, I'm gonna play this video and let him continue on here.
You know, for them cheating like this, it was the sort of the first time.
And I'll also speed it up. Might as well. Speed at 1.25. Russians will have a field day. Oh yes, they will. Oh indeed.
The first time, but is it time for a third party? Because I mean, they're literally cheating progressives by essentially handpicking who's going to be the candidate by just, I mean, if you take a candidate and you just put massive amounts of money in the entire Democratic machine behind them, it's almost impossible to beat that, because you're essentially, you know, just giving that person a huge lead when you're supposed to have these fair elections. You know, how are we supposed to continue being Democrats if they keep shunning progressives?
So I support third parties. I support independents. I support whoever is for the policies that I'm for, I support. So I honestly, I think there's too much made of this debate in general, where there's like, you know, kind of like a split on the left, where some people are like, no, we have to go third party, and other people are like, no, we have to, you know, stay within the Democratic Party. That's really like a non-debate ultimately, because I think it...
Voting online. You know, I've heard that argument, and at first I was highly skeptical of it, but I'm actually starting to warm up to that idea, and I think that's also probably a very good option as well. So I'd probably have like maybe like a 2 optional ways, like you can get a ballot sent to you, and you also have an option to go vote for online. I think that'll probably be a very good idea as well, because let's say you lose your ballot or some shit, or maybe you made a mistake, you can make that change, or maybe you know, or like of course after you contact and stuff, because you can't just like, oh, I'm whatever. But I think also with online votes, you can also maybe change your vote later on before the actual election day as well. So I mean, I hate this. Shut up! Every time. Anyway, so, what was I saying? Fuck those dogs. God damn. Gorn, damn it. Poor baby. Well, hey, poor baby, right over there, ain't going nothing wrong with her. It's the other babies that are annoying the shit out of me. But, anyway, well, I totally lost my train of thought, but I mean, I know it was about voting online. So I mean, I would probably go for an online voting system as well. I think there should probably be like 3 options at least. Like voting online, you get a ballot sent to you by mail, or you have the option to just go on the actual election day and vote then. So I mean, I think there should at least, I mean, that probably could lead to confusions if you get it all sent in, but I mean, if you have like, if you voted for, for me, like let's say you get like the 3 options, and you don't have to do all 3, of course. I mean, but like let's say you do your mail-in ballot, send it back or whatever, and then you later on, before the actual end date of like for Oregon it was May 15th, but like until the end date, you can go online and make that change, and or you know, have the ballot online as well, and make your change, and then the most recent like casted of the vote would be the valid ones. So like let's say you voted, like for example for me, like let's say I voted for Kurt earlier, but then I decided to vote for Peter Wright, who was in our primaries later on. I would, for me, I would consider the most recent one, which would be the Peter Wright vote, the validated vote. So I think like if you set it up correctly and make sure there's like no loopholes and it's like set thoroughly, I think it could work to have a couple options or 3 options. Like, I wouldn't go any more than that, because then it'll just be way too much bureaucracy and confusion. But at least, like, 2 options, like voting online should be one of them. And then my other position would be vote by mail. But if someone convinces me of a better idea besides just, like, vote by mail or voting online, then I'll hear them out, of course. Because, I mean, when it comes to voting, I mean, that's also something that you can have an open debate about, you know. So I just think there's like certain things that should be implemented regardless, which is like multiple ranked choice voting. So you'll have your main choice, which will be the first one, but if that person loses and you chose the second choice and that person wins, then you know it makes it more democratic in the sense where like they count the first votes first, and then they'll count all the second votes, and then they'll count all like the third, or however long down the line, you know, that your options are for whichever particular position you're voting for. And then tally them all up, and then whoever had the most votes out of all of those options wins, essentially. So essentially everybody's voting for everyone in a sense, but you can probably also set minimums or maximums, I mean, for how many people you want to vote for. So like you don't have to like vote for multiple choices if you don't want to, you know. I mean, you don't make like multiple ranked choice like mandatory for every single person. If they just want to vote for one person and call it good, you know, you don't have to, you know, do that. Back to world economies. What area are they covering? Global trade, deficit, inflation, government control, or thereof. On that story, to be honest, I think I clicked out of it, yeah. So I don't know where it went. I could probably find it if I backtrack here. Nope. No. Yeah, I can't find it again. Oh, but here's a local story that pulled up here. That's local for me, at least. But I don't see the other stories, so... Here, let me read that comment one more time. I mean, if you're talking about my class, because I know we kind of did go over basic, like, economics, like, with money for the most part. Then, yeah, we are kind of going over a little bit of everything. But, government control of their currency and protection thereof. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we kind of went over a little bit of all of that. Here, I can actually just pull it up more. I mean, here's our little packet going over everything. I suppose you did 2 to 3 hours yesterday. We covered so much shit. Yeah. I mean, I mean, at this point, I mean, it's, you know, it's just like, I drink a lot of liquids. I mean, I have a fat thing of vitamin water right here. So, I mean, I think the main thing is just fluids. Just keep drinking stuff and everything. But, yeah, I mean, he provided glorious, lovely, beautiful artwork for us to look at, which is just beautiful. Which is, which this page is actually going into the trade stuff, which, like you can see here, this is about, like fewer exports means and more exports is surpluses, and this is, like, trade deficit, you know. So we went in, and then there's trade dumping, which is kind of a different form, which is kind of a form of mercantilism, which is basically, like, doing economic war against somebody, which could mean, I think it gets in, I actually wrote down examples of that in here. Let me find it. Where is it? Here it is. So using money, economics as a weapon, examples, sanctions, trade barriers, and, like, money attacks, essentially. So you're covering world trade generally. Yeah, like, I mean, he's just given, like, a brief rundown, because my class is international relations and, like, geopolitics, just kind of as an overall thing. And we were going over, and now we're just getting into, like, the money economics part of just, like, general world trade of everything. And last class we were going into war and peace. And I actually have hold on. I actually have the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a copy now, right here, which has the preamble, and all the articles that go into it, and the Geneva Conventions goes and talks about that here as well. So, yeah, I mean, we got it. I mean, I'll probably do my own Ignarism just on this Declaration of Human Rights and go for every article, explain how I feel about it, explain my philosophy on it and everything, and why it's probably a good idea, because, I mean, I did a brief read through for all of them, and, yeah, I mean, I just kind of love it overall. So, but there's a lot of examples where a lot of modern powers like to violate all that international law. They have so many rules nobody follows. Unfortunately, that's true. I mean, I'm starting to notice that a lot of European countries are starting to kind of call out more, at least specifically towards the Israel conflict with Palestine and our involvement. I've been noticing a lot of the European nations starting to resist more on this issue. Like, I know with UN resolutions and stuff like that, most essentially all countries have been protesting like funding for Israel and things like that for during these UN resolutions, while like the only countries that are voting in support is like Israel and the United States and maybe like a couple other countries. So you know, I'm starting to I'm thinking there's going to be a little bit of a trend change on that. Hopefully, I mean, because if Europe starts getting their shit together and, you know, is going to take the lead instead of the U.S. due to our, you know, bullshit going on here, then maybe maybe that'll probably be a good thing for the world, but definitely not for the U.S., I'm sure, because if ties start getting cut because of that, and if trades start ending and things like that, and and maybe sanctions even, or I doubt that would ever happen, but if these things were to come to fruition, then that would definitely be bad for us, and maybe that'll probably jumpstart more of our already populist movements rising up to get more support. Israel complains about Iran domination while they're working on their own in the Arab area. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's propaganda 101. And actually, me and my dad is trying to really grill out my nerves about this, because he's just, for someone who calls himself a libertarian and for someone who calls himself, against war and dictatorships, he's very hypocritical on this issue, because he's literally saying that, because they have kite bombs, burning tires, Molotov cocktails, and rocks and shit. It's like, how many Israelis died? How many got wounded? Oh wait, zero, uno, duno, bitch. And how many Palestinians have died now? At least 60, and then 2,000, maybe 3,000 at this point are wounded. I mean, they're 700 yards away, and that's confirmed due to the snipers at the ridges that keep shooting them around at that range. So, I mean, it's fucked what's going on there. And literally anyone who just goes into this a little bit will understand that Palestinians are just being oppressed, and at this point starting to get genocided. And I mean, I want to say it's probably specifically Jewish propaganda. I would definitely say it's Israeli, though. I mean, because I don't blame all Jews for it. I'm not saying you are. I mean, but I want to, what I specifically blame is the Israeli government and their heavily Zionist agenda in this situation. And I don't have, any ill will against any of, your average Joe Jews, or I guess your average Joe Steins that are that just live there or whatever. I mean, because I've seen at this point even Jews protesting against Israel at this point. I probably can pull a couple up. No, it's Jewish government. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that's what you meant. I mean, I'm just saying what how I given my opinion on that situation. I mean, because and I even found out, I can pull it up too on Vice News here really quick. Vice News. It was earlier today that I found out that there's this pack called Sufi, but that's the acronym for it. But it's like Christians United for Israel, I think. I think that's what it means. And they give even more than AIPAC. They give more than AIPAC to Israel for funding, essentially. And it's pretty fucking damning. And I'm not seeing it here, so maybe it's just on regular Vice. Don't know which Vice it's on. What the? It's not on this one either? I just saw this! It's not most wars start between governments, it's not for people, political reasons. Apparent, not so apparent. Yeah, I mean, I know what's with, especially the Israeli-Arab conflict, a lot of that has to do with just religious prophecy. I mean, because there's just, with what they believe in, which I still can't, fucking totally, superly comprehend it, because it's just so fucking insane that, oh, here we go, it was older. I thought it was recent, but I guess it wasn't.
The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has been the focal point of geopolitical instability in the Middle East since the establishment of Israel in 1948. Although the vast majority of the international community, the UN, and the United States publicly support a two-state solution to try and end this conflict, after decades of negotiation, the final settlement has never been reached. And
Yeah, rocks. Yeah, some Palestinians threw rocks. I mean, they were showing that. And it's just like, what's a... They're throwing a rock that could probably go at most, it could, depending on their throw arm, like 10, maybe 15, 20 yards. I don't know. Depending on the rock, too. I mean, boo-hoo. You're going to get a bruise from a rock. You're going to be so threatened. I mean, with this whole issue, I mean, you know, we can continue to just go on and on about it because of how, I mean, even the Onion article has done articles at this point that, you know, are of course satire, but, you know, they're so dark and so, you know, distasteful, essentially. I mean, it's like, it's pretty much the point that it's meant to be distasteful to show, you know, how brutal this situation has gotten. Which, you know, I wish the Onion started doing that more often with situations like this. Maybe they'll start proving points instead of being just pure satire. Not that I don't mind that, but I mean, they should probably do that more often. I don't know if anyone from the Onion watches this at some point, but get more blunt with your shit. Get more dark with your satire. It's great. I love it because it proves points.
The Jewish state and the Arab world continue to fester. Throughout this process...
Oh, and in respect for Hawaii, have chips. And oh, fuck my battery. I just noticed that. I see a little battery sign. That's not good. I don't like that. I saw that comment, but I couldn't read it yet. Hold up. Oh, shit. Hey, dude.
Back with me?
Yeah, you sure can.
Alright, sweet, bro.
Spaz Mac just showed up. He just randomly showed up. I didn't even notice. I saw him in here, but okay. Oh, God, no, not the battery. I know, man. I'm trying. I'm saving. I'm providing CPR. CPR.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I forget about the cat.
The cat can leave if it wishes.
Hey, Spasmatics here. What up, what up, what up?
Just popped out everywhere. Out of nowhere. And I was just about to open up these Hawaiian chips in respect for Hawaii.
Alright, alright.
I mean...
I eat one myself, you know, I got no bottom teeth. I got some weed.
Well...
I got some killer fucking weed.
Oh shit, you do?
Fuck yeah. Load it up, let's load up.
Alright.
Oh, my bad, I didn't even step on the pants.
I'm just talking about the Israeli-Arab conflict that's been going on.
Here, I even tried to eat one, man.
Alright.
I tried one out. Here, let go. Oh, I didn't even rip the bag.
Oh well. The man with the plan. Damn straight.
Alright, yes, I'm just to let you know I am gonna rap on this video.
Yeah, we can definitely do that in the end. I was also probably gonna go outside too later when my phone charges up more. I mean, it said it was at 10%, so
boss with the hot sauce. Hey, boss with the hot sauce.
Mmm.
Alright, let me see.
Yeah. Oh, here. I'll drop this shit right here. And then you can have the grando.
No, I don't need the grinder.
Oh, you don't need it?
It's a nug.
Oh, alright.
No, I can break it up myself, maybe.
Alright. Here, I can give you a tray really quick. I have a spare one right here. And I have a pile of them right there, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I've collected trays at this point. And they're just literally the tops of coffee jugs. They're just tops of coffee jugs. That's just all I use.
Trust me, this is gonna fuck you up. That's all you really need.
Just all that right there?
Yep.
Alright. Boom, boom. Yeah, and I'll let this video continue to play here. I was just, we were just getting into the Arab-Israeli conflict that I was just mentioning.
You know Arabic?
What's that?
Arabic?
Yeah, the Israeli-Arab conflict.
Oh, God.
Like, yeah, it's...
Oh, God, that sounds like hell in a cell.
It is. I mean, that's essentially... The Gaza Strip is essentially an open-air prison.
America has remained firmly behind Israel as its greatest supporter. In fact, Israel receives more U.S. foreign aid.
It is
than
hot
any other
today.
country.
Like, it's musky.
Dude, I'm
Now, much of
sweating.
this support
Dude,
has
I've
been
been...
attributed
Yeah,
to a strong,
I just, like,
wealthy,
started
very
cooling down.
pro-Israeli lobby in America, which is true, but you'd think that the majority of the strength behind this lobby would be the Jewish community in the U.S., which is only partially correct, because as it turns out, in terms of sheer numbers, the evangelical Christians from America's Bible Belt make up the majority of this lobby's power base.
Yep.
So he sent Thomas Morton to find out why a bunch of born-again Christians from Texas are so in love with the nation of Israel.
And to be honest...
Fuck Texas. Texas sucks dick, bro. I'm sorry. Fuck Texas.
I have folks who just came from Texas, boy.
Boy, I do not give a fuck.
I know you don't. I mean,
I respect. Hey, I have respect from people who are from Texas. I just don't like Texas in general.
just as what they consider just norm there and everything. And also, their politics, they were fucking insane.
All day?
Yeah, the governor just said some outrageous shit about this recent shooting in Santa Fe, Texas. Like, he was basically saying it's all the fault of abortion, video games, violent movies, and divorce.
Okay, that does have a point.
But violent video games and movies, I mean...
Oh, that's movies and shit. I meant divorce and fighting with the ex and
divorce...
fighting with relationships and shit. Oh, my bad, bro.
I just saw that. I'm like, oh shit, I hope you saw that too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Hey, now add some of that. Watch.
Yeah. I also what do you... As long as you leave Philly alone. Don't worry, Philly will be A-okay. Philly's okay in my book.
I might blow up Philly.
What the hell?
I'm just joking.
If I ever get nuke maps, like, I'll probably spend like a stream where we just nuke the shit out of things, and then we can request towns, and I might just do a Philly for the fun of it.
So I saw Harley on one of your broadcasts.
Yeah. He showed up and then fell asleep halfway through it.
What a faggot.
This may be the most important.
So this Saturday, my mom's not gonna be home.
Damn.
So party at my house. So
I'm already reserved going to a con that this weekend. So
damn it.
Yeah.
I wanted you to come, man.
I know. I'm going to a con. So unfortunately, it's in town, but it's only across town. Here, I'll show you what's going on here, because this is.
Israel at this particular point. Can you imagine? Thousands of tanks out here.
Yeah, you go ahead.
in this valley, rumbling.
Okay, so hear what this mental lunatic is saying, because this guy's crazy.
The Bible teaches that Russia.
The Bible teaches that Russia. Okay, stop right there. Hold. The Bible doesn't even.
There's nothing says anything about Russia.
Because Russian was never a thing.
Russians.
Oh my God.
It's the Russians. It's
like, I mean, how can you not say that this is propaganda when you got a fucker like that who's saying the Bible says that Russia. I mean, he goes on to say Iran. Okay, Islam was never a thing when the Bible was supposedly written or whatever, or during Jesus' time. Islam happened around the 1000.
The Bible. He says the Bible never mentioned Russia. That is true, bro.
Because Russia never existed. It was like proto-Slavic tribal nations. That's what they were.
Ethiopia, Libya, Turkey.
Ethiopia and Libya and Turkey. Like, what? You threw Ethiopia in this shit? Bro, Ethiopia people over there literally thought that, like, Salisi, whatever his name was, when Mussolini was invading and trying to colonize Ethiopia, they straight up thought, like, that guy, their king at the time, was the reincarnation of Jesus. No, shut the fuck up. Like, this is why my main problem with fucking insane religious people like this is that they spread this poisonous dogma to these random fucks right here, thinking there's going to be some Armageddon across the world, and, you know, it's going to start right on top of this fucking hill right here. It's just like, well, maybe if you quit funding Israel, and maybe if you quit funding the genocide of Palestine, and maybe, you know, support a two-state solution and get BDS going, and actually stop the atrocities Israel's committing, maybe there won't be some fucking Armageddon that you're trying to push. Because that's not the whole point.
So who's this? Who's this online? Okay, you missed it.
Yeah.
Look what
yeah, here, I'll pull up the comments on my screen as well.
Yeah.
Just to make it easier.
Yeah, but I can fucking read it. Has it went away?
Yeah, because it goes away on my phone, but it won't on my thing here. Yeah, but I mean... Okay, man, give me some of that good shit. I'll be over Saturday. What time?
Who is that?
That's Joe. He lives in Philly. I mean, because he lives in an illegal state, so... He wishes.
Oh, so you wish to come to my party, huh? Hella.
Hey, I would too, but I think the one I'm going to go to might just be better, just because it's.
What?
Here, I'll continue to play this insanity.
Don't tell him.
And other nations will come down under a UN flag, and they will invade Israel.
Yeah, you mean yes, I know you mean.
Can you imagine thousands of tanks out here in this valley, rumbling, fighting, firing? Can you imagine jet airplanes screaming overhead? The battle is going to be fierce.
The horrific
Yeah, the battle's gonna be fierce.
How is that?
Oh, shit. Yeah, the battle's gonna be fierce, alright. If Israel continues to do what they're doing, then we continue to fund it. Not to mention that, you know, our funding with Saudi Arabia and their proxy war in Yemen with Iran.
Don't tell me you put tobacco in it.
I didn't. Could be the resin. I haven't cleaned the bowl out.
You need to clean the fucking bowl out. Like,
Well,
bad.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Because that was ass.
Well, I mean, I did rip that bitch pretty good. I mean, goddamn. Ooh.
I see that.
It's been a good minute since I had like a higher
What's some
THC.
resin?
Just dump it right on there.
It won't dump.
Well, you know what I mean. You can even rip a little bits of paper. That's what I like to do, and have it just like on the paper, so I can just plop that shit in there. But yeah, I mean, I don't even really want to like continue to go in with this whole Israeli conflict, because I mean, at this point we just kind of go in circles because it just gets worse and worse, and you know, I end up saying the same shit. But
say the same shit.
I mean, I really do, because I mean, you know, I don't really know what else to say besides, you know, just
Not just jumping on the ground.
just jumping on the ground, motherfucker.
Motherfucker, I'll clean your room if I have to, nigga.
But you don't got to. I don't make people clean my own room. I can do that myself. That's totally fine. You knew there was resin on the right there. What
I didn't know.
You didn't know? It's black as shit. I mean, you're gonna taste resin.
Tastes like fucking tobacco.
It's a no-win situation. I mean, you know,
that is true.
I'm probably just too optimistic about the situation, but I think there could be possible, but you have to really, but things have to change here domestically. Well, you know, that is true. I do kind of laugh at that a little bit, but there is progress going on around the country that is positive, that I have been seeing. So, I mean, and I could probably find some of that, because I was... Oh, you almost lost your weed there?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that would have been scary.
I would have been pissed.
Oh, I would have too. I almost lost my birth certificate. I left it at my brother's house when we were doing our passports, getting our passports dealt with. And we're gonna finish that up Tuesday morning. But yeah.
I need to get a passport.
Yeah, I mean, all you need is your social security number, your birth certificate, and.
Here's my new picture of my daughter.
Oh my goodness! Hey, let me see. I haven't even seen that yet. Oh my, damn! Her eyes are like fucking like.
Yeah, dog, like.
Well, no,
blue.
I was about to say kind of like a bright, like ocean, like
blue
reef, like ocean reef blue, like you would see in the like the coral reefs or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Red Rocket, bitch.
I'll show you Red Rocket, nigga.
Ah.
Let's go to my house and look at my dog's dick.
Oh God.
If you want to see a Red Rocket.
What the fuck? No.
Give me a light.
Be Gorn. Be Gorn with you. My stream's name is now relevant. Be Gorn.
Yeah, dog dick, nigga. Red Rocket.
What the fuck? Damn. All right. Well. Let's see if there's another interesting news story that we can look right into. Go to homepage, find out.
Dude, this tastes bomb.
All right. Yeah, dude, that bud did taste so bomb. Had a very nice, juicy taste.
It is. I got that from my she dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can kill shit from them. Yeah. Ripped out, nigga. Ripped out.
Damn.
Always ripped. Have to keep myself fit.
Here, I can do like a little mini, well, I hope you two feel good. I ain't jealous.
I ain't jealous. You don't need to be jealous about this. You just need to get it, bro. It's really easy. No jiggle. No jiggle. No jiggle. Except maybe my boobies, but.
Well, I know I jiggle. Plus, I'm whiter than snow, so.
You whiter than snow, nigga? No, I'm fucking with you.
Dude.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Dude, you ghost white. I'm just.
Well, I don't normally go out in the sun that much.
I do.
I mean, actually, I do because my arms are far. Look at the difference in my arm. Like, so this is like you can see the difference.
Huh? I'm more darker than you.
Like here's Tanner, but
bro, I'm more darker than you.
I know you are.
I'm native too.
Well, yeah, you got more native than I do. I have
26% native.
Yeah, that.
So
you're a quarter.
Cap.
You're a little over a quarter. Yeah, and I'm only 1/8 because my mom's a quarter. So yeah, you have far
more. So my
more
daughter's 1/8 fucking native.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
You should see.
My daughter's native.
You could probably get a little bit of benefits from it. Cause,
I can technically get benefits.
Yeah.
My family used to. I used to live on my family. My dad's side used to live on an Indian reservation.
Yeah. And I know I actually might be a little more, but I can't confirm that. So I'm only still saying 1/8 because my dad. My sister did an ancestry test and she found out she was Native American, and so Dad might be Native American, but I want to do an ancestry test to confirm that essentially. Well, little bud, and yeah, and then but oh my, well, don't shoot him if you're gonna miss. Oh shit, where'd it go?
I see it.
You see it? Oh, I see it. All right. Yeah.
Fuck, look, I got weed all over me now.
Oh, shit, fam. But yeah, man.
Hey, look at this.
Oh, my God. Whoa. Rain the bud. Rain the bud.
Fuck yeah.
One day, the whole world will just rain in bud.
It will one of these days.
Dude, ball's rolling. Ball is rolling.
Alright, here. Give me the freaking thing. Fuck it.
I have a whole stack of them. I mean, they're everywhere. Yeah, I think I'll do a little.
Alright, I want a nice fat bowl. I'm gonna smoke all my weed.
Go right ahead, my friend. Hey, there's still some left in here for you too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm like, I need to get stoned.
Don't have a sad face. Have a smiley face. That's a good thing.
Why you sad, bro?
Why? Well, I mean, he can't get some now, but you know he has to wait. He has to wait, unfortunately.
Wait to get some?
Yeah, I mean he's in a legal state. You know where he can't get it.
What? Sex?
Weed.
Weed? Oh, you can't get weed? Sad face. That is a sad face.
It is. But what I was saying was a happy face, and
hey, coming to Oregon, bro. I'll smoke you out.
Yeah, I mean, yo, if we ever do meetups, I will do it via road trips instead of flying, so I can actually bring a stash with me.
Oh, that's easy. I know how to do it.
Oh, I know how to too. It's really not that hard.
It's called coffee.
I mean, well, actually, yeah. I mean, I know how to do it on a plane too, but you can't really have that much, you know, because you have to have just only like one little travel pack, and my mom does it. I mean, she knows the whole trick because she's been doing it since, you know, she's been smoking when she was my age, you know. So I mean,
dude, I started smoking at 9 years old. Weed, cigarettes. I started smoking first because my dad handed me a cigarette and a cigar, telling me not to smoke. Told me to try them. My dad said I like the cigarette more, but really I like the cigar more. It was a cherry cigar, very, very expensive cherry cigar. It's
like Cuban?
Fat. Yeah, dude, it's fucking fat.
Damn.
It was fat.
Damn.
Dude, I couldn't even put it in my mouth. Yeah, I kind of, my face went red.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my sister's wedding, one of the best men had a fat cigar that he had the entire day, and then after everyone left for the most part, and it was just me, my dad. My sister was so drunk as fuck. She was being driven back to the hotel by her dad and her husband.
Yeah.
Honestly, considering how drunk she was, I don't think even that happened. Dude, you want to hear the story? You want to hear the story?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay, so this was the story. Okay, this is the story being passed down.
Hold on.
Here.
Hold on. Let me pull something out. I got blue, boy. Blue.
Alright.
Alright, now.
Anyway, okay.
I still make you light me up with my blue light.
So, okay, so my sister was on her way down the steps, drunk as fuck, by the way. of this place, and she literally fell all the way downstairs and fell on the chair stacks of what we had,
Take it in, bro.
and literally straight up fell on those chairs, and all the chairs toppled over, and she did not feel a thing, and she was just laughing her ass off. So her husband gets her in her car, and then her dad drives her to the hotel. She passes out, and then she wakes up. Well, they have to forcibly wake her up, like shake her and shit. And then she finally wakes from her passed out drunken bliss. And then I'll take this hit.
Gotta give you a second to process that. That was weak. There you go.
That was weak. Anyway, so
That was pretty weak.
dude, I doubled hit it, and then I sucked it all the way out. Bitch, don't say it was weak. Don't say it was weak. You're work weak. Nah, weak fam, weak. I could probably triple hit it. I've done that before. But anyway, so continuing with my story, because this is important, seriously, because this is such a fucking great story. But as you can tell, you can already tell that this is just going to start with a great start. She fell on a bunch of chairs, didn't feel a thing, was just laughing her ass off, slurring everything. I don't even remember what she was saying. And got her to the car. She passed out in there. And then her husband and my sister's dad drove her over down to the hotel that they're gonna be staying at. She's passed out, and then so they shake her, wake her up, and she finally wakes up from her drunken bliss, passed out bliss of just, you know, just I don't even know what the fuck. I just can't imagine her hangover the next day. Oh my god.
Dude, she was pretty probably fucking lit.
Dude, she was lit, and she was probably smoking weed too. Most likely.
Come on,
dude, we gave her weed.
I like to drink, but I like to smoke. I do the both at the same time, but I haven't been drinking, so I've been smoking my weed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is someone out there?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. I was hearing some voices. Anyway, so
Faggot ass father came over. That'd be awesome.
that would be awesome. Have a little triple feature. Triple feature.
Nope. Where's your dad?
Oh, it's just my dad. Okay. Oh, all right. Anyway, so actually, I don't know why I'm been saying her dad, because her dad's also my dad, and he was with me the entire time. So because we were waiting for them to come back. It was actually her.
Are you wanting to hit her with really good stuff? This will give you a headache all day long.
What?
You want to hit it?
Yeah, the really good stuff. This will give you a headache all day long. Maybe cancer in about 10 years.
Sweet. Give me a hit.
Oh, don't.
How do I do it?
It's poison.
Do I stick it up the booty? Do I stick it up the bunghole? Do I stick it up the bungholio?
Okay, I'm not going to do that for you. You're going to have to do that yourself.
But
well, I need a demonstration. I need to know how to do it first.
No, it's like pause. Shove it up my ass.
God.
Fucking wow.
I think it was actually her uncle. But step uncle technically for this situation. Anyway. So, she can't even get out of the car. So they bring a wheelchair over. They bring a wheelchair over, and they have to literally lift her out, both of them, onto the wheelchair. She's like, and then, whoa.
I got my Bluetooth.
Hey. Anyway, charge my phone. I am charging it, you cunts. Oh man. Anyway, so I'm not looking anymore. Don't worry, nothing's happening. But we're still at a good, decent rate. We haven't delved in critical, so we should be okay with charge. Anyway, so so they literally have to wheelchair her up to the hotel room that they're staying in, and when they get in there, they literally try to like lift her onto the bed, and she just kind of flops over, and that's kind of how that's.
Yeah, that's a
dude, she passed out like. Essentially, from what I've heard, like instantly. So I know nothing happened that night because she was too fucked to even get fucked. I know that. That probably was the next day.
Wake up sex, man.
Maybe to get rid of the hangover a little bit.
Take a shot though.
Oh
You have
God.
to take a shot and then get into the fuck today. Shit.
Damn. Yeah, but
Spread open, honey. I'm coming right in.
oh God. I don't want to go any further. This is my sister. Damn it. I'm already going critical levels.
I'm just fucking around. I'm just saying.
I'm fucking around too. I mean, it's a funny story, honestly. So
no disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking love my sister. She's great. She's also gonna be on my Iceland trip. So if I start when I do my streams there, I mean, you'll probably see her too. And we'll probably maybe get a story about the wedding too, because that was honestly all. Like honestly, her husband's a musician. Her husband's a metal musician and a blues musician too, and a local underground music scene in Billings, Montana, which is where my family lives. And they played essentially just like a hardcore underground metal concert in the place we were at, and I literally was moshing with my sister and my dad too. It was the fucking greatest thing ever. And just a bunch of random other friends and other folk that were there too. It was just a great fucking night. That wedding was literally...
That shit sounds like me to go to. Like,
dude, okay. Me and my dad will both confirm that was literally the best fucking wedding I've ever been to. Hands down. Hands down.
You haven't been to my wedding yet, if I ever get to a wedding.
Oh, dude, you know, I'm actually going to try to top my sister, dude. I want my, you know, I saw what my sister did. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something like this. This was too fucking great. She went with a black dress, and she actually had piercings in her back to tie the dress onto, too, just for that day. And,
ow!
Yeah, she's crazy, dude. She has tattoos all over the place. She loves piercings.
Sounds like I need a tattoo. For real.
I mean, I
want a tattoo.
I love piercings and tattoos.
On my shoulders.
Yeah,
my daughter.
but she's fucking great though. I love her, and she's awesome. But unfortunately, you know, because we live obviously in different states, I mean, we never really ever see each other unless I get a chance to go up there, and I might get a chance to see her then. I mean, but that's whenever I go to Montana. But yeah, but we're gonna go to Iceland together this later in this year, so that's just gonna be a really great experience. Can't wait for that. And then me and my sister will be drinking together. That'll be awesome. Have some mead together. Oh man, Icelandic mead. I can't wait for that trip, dude. I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be great.
Family reunion, man.
Fuck yeah, man. And it's gonna be in like some native homeland essentially for me. I want to honestly figure out how to get mushrooms. For that. I don't know how that could work. I probably shouldn't even be saying anything, but if I could, I would totally do mushrooms in Iceland. I'll just say that. I'll put it at that.
You would do some shrooms, huh?
In Iceland, I totally would. I want to experience the Northern Lights on shrooms, like, and see if my sister would try it too. I don't know. Bro.
That sounds fucked. In a way, yes, in a way, no. It's funny that you just want to, you know, you want to hang out with the family and actually get high with the family, like.
I already got the backyard, but don't let any of the critters out in the back.
I don't normally let them out in the first place.
Just giving you the heads, you know, wait like 45 minutes, an hour, make sure everything's all dry.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Ski. Let's do a little mini. I'm gonna probably do a little baby Ignarism here, and we can go outside, so we might as well, cause I have my telescope out there, and we can look at the moon while it's still partially daylight.
Right.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll just do a little. I'm just gonna find one. I'm going to. I just want to look at a particular one. I already did this one. Let's see here. I don't know which one to pick, because a lot of them are so good. That's the problem.
Oh, a lot of them are so...
Here,
what do you mean by that?
this one's a really good one. Capitalism versus Socialism debate. Democratic arguments of Sargon, Akkad, Agent, and quote-unquote CEO.
What's up with the Hitler thing?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
British Empire apologist compares Engels to Hitler.
Oh,
You know what?
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do on this.
Recently, a statue of Frederick Ingalls was erected in the city of Manchester in England. This upset conservative
Cool.
MEP.
You know, honestly, I wish there was more recognition for these philosophers, you know, despite such their bad taste. I'm not even saying that just because, you know, I happen to agree with some of their philosophy. Not all of it, of course. I mean, I take and pick from all sorts of different philosophies and, you know, build up on my own, essentially. But, I mean, you know, there should be more recognition for people like this as well. I mean, we got, like, Thomas Paine, Locke, I mean, and all these other, you know, philosophers I recognize. But, I mean, why are these guys so demonized? And, you know, I mean, you know, I mean, I bet, like, if you ask just the average Joe, have you read Das Kapital or something like that? I mean, I actually haven't. I will admit that, too, so I'm the average Joe. They probably wouldn't.
Average Joe.
But I actually want to get that book just so I can actually read it and understand it.
The Average Joe.
Average Joe, yeah.
The book?
Oh, the book?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that was a book.
I didn't know either.
I just know that you're... I just know that that Das Kapital is a book because that was written by Marx and Engels.
All right, but let's go back to this though.
Yeah.
Daniel Hannan.
Well, so it was relatable to the story. That's what I was mentioning.
Yeah.
An article entitled "We Wouldn't Celebrate a Statue of Hitler, So Why Engels?" He starts his article with a stupid joke about a statue of Hitler being erected in Manchester because he had supposedly spared the famous Midland Hotel during the Blitz. This joke is not only idiotic, but also made in very poor taste. Manchester was almost completely destroyed by the...
Well, that was the German strategic tactic, because Blitz mean lightning, and they did a thing called Blitzkrieg, which was lightning war. And they implemented that for aero and land and naval forces as well.
Oh, fuck. So they just lit up a place.
Well, they didn't light up a place. They actually basically sped through and charged lines at considerable lightning speed, essentially. Like, they will attack with, like, lightning speed force, essentially. So, quick and swift is the game. So, it's not firepower, it's speed and numbers, essentially.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Aaron Rommel's most famous with it, with his Panzer Division that was nicknamed the Ghost Division because in the invasion of France, they moved so swiftly through lines that some of the French knows that they were actually behind them at some points and ended up being captured by like the second wave of them at points. I mean, because Rommel was really famous with his blitzkrieg tactics, and especially in the early war. I mean, at some point I actually do kind of want to delve into like military philosophy, especially with like people like Rommel or people like that, you know, just because they, you know, a lot of their politics are really interesting. Hey, I don't mind. Yeah. I mean, a lot of yeah. I mean, because especially with Rommel, I mean, he's such a very interesting character himself.
German Air Force during the Blitz, with whole families.
And also, Engels is not comparable to Hitler, you fuck.
Is being wiped out. Engels, by contrast, lived in Manchester for years and wrote about the area extensively in his early work, The Condition of the Working Class in England, where he condemned the conditions workers had to live under. So, Hitler's only connection to Manchester is that he tried to flatten it during the Second World War. Engels, by contrast, lived there and showed that he cared for the working class inhabitants of the city. In the next paragraph, Hannan repeats the old lie that Marx never worked for a living, which is total nonsense. In fact, Marx worked so hard that he got the unwanted attention of the Prussian, Belgian, and French governments, who closed down his papers and forced him into exile.
Yeah, so that's true here. It says Karl Marx spent most of his life in exile. When the Prussian government suppressed the newspaper he was editing in. So he was working in the press at this point in 1843. Marx moved to Paris. In 1845, he was expelled by France and went to Brussels, where he lived there for 3 years before being expelled by the Belgian government for his radicalism. From there, he went back to Cologne. Less than a year later, the Prussian government exiled him, and he returned to Paris, but he was again expelled a few months later. The rest of Mark's life was spent in exile in London, where he lived a stateless existence. Britain denied him citizenship, and Prussia refused to renaturalize him.
Oh. Even then, Marx...
So they just basically just kind of fucked him, just because, I mean, he had just a radical idea compared to the times, which was, especially in these times, far more imperialistic because they were empires. Like, this was the British Empire, the Prussian Empire, and the French Empire. Like, these were monarchies, essentially. So they were, I mean, so they
all hate each other.
Well, well, it's not that. It's not that. It's that they don't like the idea of the working class calling out for, more rights and more... Yeah, you can have one. Here, actually, give me one, man.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I love fucking Pop-Tarts, I will not lie. But yeah, I mean, but they don't like the working class, essentially, calling for their rights and everything, and then, calling for, what's the word I'm looking for? For a, I don't know what the fucking word I'm looking for, but I mean, whatever. I mean, but he'll probably mention it, I don't know.
Stopped working. He worked as the European correspondent to the New York Daily Tribune and Marxist literature, which has inspired millions. Hannon then goes on to say that both Engels and Hitler never personally murdered anyone, but both engendered millions of deaths. This is another moronic argument. Engels never ordered the execution of one single person. Hitler, on the other hand, ordered the extermination of an entire religious minority.
Hold up. Here's the quote. But first, I need to eat.
Chew, bro, chew. Now wash it down, bro.
Quote. Today I will be a prophet if the international Jewish finances inside and outside of Europe succeeded in plunging the nations once more into world war, then the result will not be the Bolshevikination of the earth, and thus the victory of Jewry, but the annihilation of Jewish race in Europe. Sigail! End quote. Was that a good impersonation?
That's pretty fucking good. Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah. I think I have a pretty good Hitler going on.
Yeah, that's a very good thing.
I'm a very, very obscure right-wing nationalist stream here, guys and everybody. Yeah. Let's have that taken out of context. Called that the most cringe moment ever. Oh, here's some more quote. You'll remember the Reichstag session. I won't do it again. You'll remember the Reichstag session in which I declared, should Jewry imagine itself to bring an international world war for the extermination of European races, then the result will not be the extermination of European races, but instead extermination of Jewry in Europe.
Hannon then goes on to claim that
So, you're kind of contradicting yourself there, Mr. Hitler, because you don't want extermination in Europe, but yet you're going to exterminate in Europe. Well, he's already...
Hypocrite.
Well, he's a fucked up human being. I mean, we don't even really need to get into that. I mean, we already know. History wrote itself at that point.
The most destructive ideology of all time, claiming that whilst the Nazis murdered 17 million... Communists murdered 100 million. This is wrong. The German invasion of the USSR resulted in the death of 20 million Soviet citizens. And Hannon wants to claim that the Nazis only killed 17 million? An utter joke. Of course, he then claims that communism has murdered 100 million people, a ridiculous figure that defies demographical and historical evidence. Indeed, even some of the contributors of the Black Book of Communism have distanced themselves from that.
Huh? Whoa. What's this getting to? Let's see here. I'll quote this. It's easier just to read it if it's just words. Curtis's final remarks out of charge against Jews, he further added that communist regimes have victimized approximately 100 million people in contrast to approximately 25 million of Nazis. The remarks triggered numerous controversies, including among contributors to the Black Book, some whom distanced themselves from Curtis's calculation of victims, as well as from some of his presumptions in the introduction, thus dispute beyond the focus of this truly. But the important note is that Curtis's, or Courtois', I really don't know. I'm just going to say Curtis's because that's what I keep saying. Controversial positions have had great impact in Eastern Europe, where prominent politicians and intellectuals have uncritically embraced them. In comparison, the Gulag has trivialized the Holocaust in 3 ways. The first was described by Alan S. Rosenbaum and Vladimir... Holy fuck. Vladimir Holy Fuck. I'll go with that. Tizmianinu? I'm saying that. As competitive martyrology. Based on the number of victims, this argument contests the uniqueness of the Holocaust and the special attention it has benefited from. Second, the argument also attributes the absence of proper memorization of the Gulag to alleged monopoly exerted over national collective memory about the Holocaust. Finally, the same, I can't read the rest because it gets cut off.
Ridiculous figure. Henning then claims that communism and not.
I've got a comment here. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty confident that we are right now. Pretty confident we're having munchies right now.
Hell yeah.
I'll cheers to that.
Mm-hmm. I have no drink, so.
Sad face. I can just read this really quick.
Happy face, I put my thumb out.
At this point, a bizarre double standard enters into play. The Nazis implemented their own doctrine in pursuit of National Socialism. They plunged into Europe into war, plunged and enslaved the whole populations in the end, carried out a deliberate genocide. Well, of course. We can all agree they're evil. But Marxism is somehow judged as a textbook theory unrelated to its real-world outcomes. Nazism has led to people being categorized and murdered en masse. And everyone can see how that was wrong. But the fact that communists have similar outcomes is somehow regarded as an aberration.
Nazism lead to similar outcomes, which is wrong across the board. Indeed, if Henning wants to compare...
Okay, I mean, personally, I'm definitely not a communist. I definitely am not. I really do not identify with that at all. There's too much that I disagree with it. So, I mean, there's definitely communist regimes that later in history, but not in World War II, they definitely didn't kill more than what the Nazis did. But like post-war and on, like if you count like the smaller regimes like the Khmer Rouge, you know, it's in Venezuela and places like that, then you can or not in Venezuela, Bolivia, I think. I mean, if you count for like these other regimes, then yeah, sure. But I mean, you know, during World War II, Nazis definitely were killing more people than the Soviets were. He just gave us a nice little emoji. I love that emoji. I will give you an emoji back. Where's my stream? Be Gorn. Here. I'm gonna give you a goddamn emoji. Goddamn emoji. A. Hard bass. Just imagine ear-raping, like, bass being played. I mean, I can mimic it, but I'm really not going to do it. I'm trying to find another one. I'm going to give you another one.
Yeah, where's...
Have a damn emoji. I'm going to send you all the emojis. Oh, did I... Yeah. Give you some sinister kitties. Take a bitch. Yeah. Oh, I could change my emoji colors. That's funny. You gotta be racially sensitive. You gotta make sure you get the right ones. If you identify as yellow, which I do because it's universal and no one gives a fuck. But yeah. So, I mean, this dude, I mean, the rundown of this is essentially the dude compares Engels to Hitler, but yeah, that specific shit, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? It's like, yeah, Engels was a philosopher and you know, and was aware of the working class and was trying to, you know, provide them, like, a ground to kind of step on and to kind of give them more of a direction, you know, on how to go through changing things and shit. I mean, especially with what was going on in those times, you know, there needed to be a little bit of radical change because I, for one, despise monarchies with a burning passion. I think they're a draconian, backward system. I mean, it's 2018, and there's monarchies still. There was just a fucking royal wedding not too long ago. And, like, a couple billion people watched that shit. Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Fuck those royal bitches. Queen Elizabeth can go choke on a dick.
Easy deal. Easy deal.
I'm just trolling, but fuck. I still don't like the royal fucking family. It's ridiculous.
My mom's native too. And guess what?
What?
My mom's technically, you want to call it a princess?
Well, that's not a monarchy. A monarch, that's...
No.
Yeah, I mean...
That's native.
Yeah, that's more... That's a native culture, though. I mean, there's you know, I'm sure if you kind of, like, translated the word like down to its like core root, you know, which probably might be like, unless you find like a, you know, document of like the translations or something. I mean,
yeah,
you know, I mean, but you get the point. But I mean, you know, I mean, probably will mean like a similar term to just like what the English translation is, like princess essentially. But I mean, like, I don't mind it, like, you know, I mean, like, if you look at places like Sweden and Norway, because they're technically monarchies, because they still have a monarchy, but they're not in any real sense of government, really. I mean, and, well, I still don't like it, because it's fine, draconian still. I mean, you know, they don't have it, you know, having any some weird, you know, government affair or whatever. It's all separate.
Bro, I'm like kicking back into action.
It's like, damn. I just went deep and hard into that shit. Bam.
In your face.
You know, I should have had my shade. Where the fuck are my shades? I should have had my shades on that entire time. Just seriously, just like. Yeah.
I think I look better in a fedora.
You would look better in a fedora than me?
Damn straight.
Bullshit.
You seen it? I look pretty damn good. I say, you seen it? I look pretty damn good. I'm fine looking. I don't give a fuck. Really, I don't really give a fuck. I can't be fine looking.
I forgot. I was gonna do a local story.
Oh, what the fuck? Look at this.
What the fuck is that?
It's puffed.
Funny. Anyway.
Oh, I was bomb.
Anyway, so here's a local story. So you remember the teen who started the wildfire?
Yeah, it was what's it called?
The gorge.
Oh, that's a firecracker.
Oh well. There's an outcome now. But thank fucking good lord, the good thing. Teen who started Oregon wildfire ordered to pay $36.6 million in damages. Oh, Crisp saltiness of his tears are glorious. Hood River County Circuit Judge John A. Olson awarded the $36,618,330.24 restitution. That fucking number, though. That number, though. $36,618,330.24 specifically. Damn. Down to the penny, bro. Down to the fucking penny. He made sure he was gonna pay his due. Gonna make sure all your chump change is taken too, bitch. Anyway, so the restitution to cover the costs of firefighting, repair and restoration to the gorge, and damage to homes. Good. Should probably have a little extra just for, you know, you probably should have just took the rest of his family's fucking income for raising such a shitty child.
Hey, easy now.
Fucking. This fucking kid. Oh my god. I have a burning passion for this kid. I mean, this whole fucking land is now like gone to, you know, waste, and now it's not going to be the same as it ever has been again. It's not going to look the way it has ever again. I mean,
oh, in our lifetime, probably.
Well, no, it really is now. I mean, especially with how the land is, it's more mushy and muddy and more granulated instead of like hard dirt, essentially, like where it is else in other most parts of the world. And so the land, there's a lot of landslides around the gorge. I mean, that's very common around there, and you know, now that there's no root, you know, to hold a lot of the ground down because it all burnt away. You know, now we have to, you know, replant these tiny little baby trees all over the place in native life, try to rebuild what was lost. I mean, it's never going to look the same again because, you know, just the terrain changes over time. And it changes really frequently here a lot, especially when there's, like, splotches of just empty land. It'll eventually change a lot more. But, I mean, now it's just going to... I haven't been up there since the fire, so I don't know what it looks like right now. I mean, here's a picture of what the fires looked like. Hold up. I mean, that's what they look like.
You know what? I can't rep today.
The Eagle Creek Fire is seen burning along the Columbia River in Oregon, U.S. in September 5th, 2017. Yeah, so... Oh! Well, that fell. Fuck.
Look at all that video.
Yeah, I can find it. It probably... Oh, I see one already. Here we go. There's like 3 at least. I won't move it that much. Unless you got a light to look down under.
Lighter.
Not a lighter. I mean like a light. Anyway, I'll read on those.
Bro.
Turn it on.
No, it's only dead.
Oh. A teenager who started a major wildfire in the scene of Columbia River Gorge in Oregon has been ordered to pay restitution for at least the next decade. Though it's unlikely the boy will ever cover his nearly $37 million bill. Well, put it on his tab for life. The Oregonian reports that the Hood River County Circuit Judge John Olson issued the opinion on Monday, awarding restitution totally in that insane number to cover the cost of fire. Victims include the U.S. Forest Service and Oregon Department of Transport. The 15-year-old from Vancouver, Washington, so he's not even from this state. So you're not even from this state. Earlier this year, acknowledged the wrongdoing and said he threw 2 fireworks in Eagle Creek Canyon at September 2nd when flames spread quickly. The fire caused evacuations and extended shutdown in major interstates and highway devastation to major outdoor tourist attraction. Judge order notes that the boy can set up a payment plan, though the payments can be halted after 10 years as long as he complies, completes probation, doesn't commit other crimes. At hearing last week, the boy's lawyer urged for a reasonable, rational penalty, calling for $37 million and sought an absurd amount. No, it ain't. Amount for the child. The restitution is solely on the responsibility of the teen and not on his parents, who came from the U.S. From Ukraine. Olson, because he wanted more time to review the case. Dude, just said the largest figure he could find prior juvenile restitution case in Oregon was $114,000. In February, the teen pled guilty to reckless burning of public and private property and other charges. Olson sentenced him to community service probation, and the boy has to write more than 150 letters to apologize. To apology, those affected that the fire burned in 75 square mile or the 194 kilometer radius. The Columbia River Gorge National Scenic Area attracts more than 3 million tourists a year, and native people who live here too. A year, and holds North America's largest concentration of waterfalls, and that is so true. And they were beautiful. The last moving blaze was ravaged popular hiking trails and marred stunning vistas. State law allowed the Oregon Department of Revenue to garnish teens' bank accounts for paychecks. If he do refunds on his tax returns, the state could take those. Good. If he wins the lottery, the state could also collect all of his winnings. Anger at the boy was so intense that authorities withheld his name to protect his safety. He's listed in court papers A.B. Oh, okay. Well, I don't give a fuck about... I mean, that's actually good that he's withholding his name, because I actually really don't want people going out and trying to fuck with his ass. Like, he's going... Like, honestly, I'd rather he just go to prison for a while, and then he has to pay the fucking fine. Because I think they honestly went a little bit too lenient. I mean, yeah, pay for all the damages and shit, and if almost 37 million is the total amount, then let that be it, bitch. I mean, you destroyed so much of that land. And people's property, too. I mean, there was people that lived around that area, and then their properties got burnt down, too. So it's not even just the fact that, you know, I'm being kind of environmentalistic about it, but I mean, it's just that other people were affected by it, too, that live there. So, I mean, it's just, I mean, so people were misplaced, and I don't know if people actually died. I don't remember. But I'm sure maybe a couple did. But, yeah. Is it still light out there? It's kind of a little light out there. You can probably see Jupiter popping out.
Bomb, bro.
I know, bro. That's why I love these chips. You want to see a live stream of, Oh. Oh. You want to see a live stream of Hawaii's,
Hawaii thing?
Hawaii's, volcano? There's a live stream set up where you can see, here it is.
It's active?
Dude, yeah, right here.
That's not good.
Well, yeah, this is what's going on in Hawaii right now. What do you think about the chips? Look at that shit, man. That's going on right now.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, Hawaii's getting fucked right now by this big boy. And this is not the only one. There's more of these. This is just feed. It says here in the description. This feed is from a camera at a residence about half a mile from fissures 20 and 17. So this is just two of the many fissures that are around. That's okay. I'm gonna mute it. Those wars is this. It's
lava.
all, yeah, dude.
Hot lava.
That's what the wars are. That's, you know, imagine living there and this is right in your backyard, man. It's like hell is like spurting out from the surface. It's like, dude, I mean, imagine being like a native, like from like 400 AD or BC even or some shit. Imagine, you know, just having to see this every couple whatever. And, you know, imagine what you were thinking at that time. I mean, I've never even seen this before. I mean, this is just a live stream. I mean, I've seen that, you know, I've seen YouTube videos, documentaries about this shit. I've seen movies that had this, but I never seen it in real life. So, you know, I don't even know how, you know, what I would be thinking if I ever saw it. I mean, I'd love to go to Hawaii to see it someday. Not like in this situation, but go to a volcano that's dormant at the moment and check it out. But I mean, look, that's so look at that. And half a mile away, so this is probably going like at least 100 feet up. I mean, damn. Look. And if that touches you, that basically vaporizes you. I mean, it's so hot. I mean, it's crazy, dude. That's just going on in Hawaii because their volcanoes erupting at the moment. You can also see the ISS live too. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy things that you can see on live streams. Here, I'll pause that. See what the ISS is up to. See where it's at. Whoa! Oh shit! They're doing stuff.
This is live?
I think so. Yeah, dude. Someone's doing the Wow, where are they? Let's see. I don't know what geographical spot that is right there. But yeah, there's a this is a feed on an astronaut's helmet, I think, because it's outside. Dude, that's so cool. That's the sun right there.
Yeah,
So
don't look at it.
yeah, I think the ISS might actually be near the northwest. I think this might be going up towards Alaska and Canada. I'm going outside really quick. All right, I'm going to go to we're going to go down to 0. We're going to check out I'm going to see if we can see the ISS outside because it is getting a little dark. Maybe we have a chance.
Let's go, bro.
What's my percent? 6. We got this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Damn, you're still kicking there. All right. Oh, dude, the ISS is above Oregon. That was for sure because guess what?
Where's it at?
It's just clouds, bitch. Fuck you, Oregon.
I go.
Fuck you. You just. No wonder it got so dark so quick. What the fuck? Okay, well that's upsetting. That's upsetting. I mean, look, I was set up for earlier. I mean, the moon would be up here, but it's not. God, upsetting. Upsetting.
Alright, now.
Alright.
Take a piece.
Alright, well, you do that.
Where should I go?
You can go over there to that bush. I'm gonna check out the kiwis. Yeah. Look at these little guys. They're blooming a little bit. They're starting away. They're beginning. Yeah, we're just gonna go down to 0%. We're just gonna kill her. Gonna kill it. It's like significantly darker now. I love how when the rains came, everything just bloomed. Everything bloomed. Got our little pet grave over here. Yeah, so first one buried in this shrub. Oh, death without finger. Yeah, you get death by hack. You get death by Russian collusions. And then we have another one right here, and then my first cat Scoots is right there. So yeah, my little pet grave. Which is depressing. This is a depressing stream, which is why I say you should be Gorn. Be Gorn. Thought. I'm not the best at doing that shit. That's like I can do like backbeats. Oh god. A pet cemetery, yes indeed. Yeah, where's Bandit? I'm gonna pull that fat little furry fuck. Maybe he can kill the stream for us.
Don't let the cats out.
Well, of course not. Oh, there he is. I see him. I see him. We gonna go boom 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 da boom. Boom boom ba. Flash you up.
Is that Chinese?
I'm pretty sure, or at least a mix.
Hi.
He's a big boy. Hold up.
Indeed. I had a
He's a feisty little munch. He's a feisty munch ball. Come here, boy.
He's liking me petting him.
Oh, come here, boy. Look at this boy. Look at this big boy. Yeah. Oh. Damn, he's so fat. Oh, you're so fat, bro. Look at him.
Cigarette sounds good, but I don't got any. Fuck. What's up?
I'm just trying to. There we go.
There you go.
I just had to get a good. That works. You might as well just flip it.
Here you go.
Okay. He's holding while we're doing face cam while we can play darts. Hey, how about that? We'll just.
Oh shit!
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, shit.
This is just the biggest, fluffiest, sweetest little boy ever. Look at him.
Oh.
Look at him. Look how blissful he is.
I got him.
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, look at this blissful boy. Look at this blissful boy. He just enjoys it. Look at him. Oh my lord. He just can't take. Just can't. He just. It's just kitty bliss.
He didn't even let me play with his claw.
Yeah, I do that too.
Paw.
You could just kind of fuck with him a little bit. He wouldn't give that much of a fuck.
There you go. Okay. Let the cat down.
No, I don't hold this kitty all I want. Holding this boy. Look at this boy. See, I can fuck with him. Look at this. He's upside down now.
You got the claw.
No.
You got the claws out.
Ah.
Okay. Whoa.
Alright. Go down, boy. She's just like, I'm all getting fucked with. What the hell?
Here, bro.
Fine, I'll take it back.
Give me the yellow one. The yellow ones.
Hey, boy.
Sorry, that's my favorite color. Who's your red?
Fine. Might as well, till the end of the stream. Oh shit, why was there a rotating device situation?
Alright, let's move this. Whoa! Watch out. Fuck, boo.
Your turn. Danger, danger, we got a dart situation. We got darts. We got darts. Hey, spores. I'm gonna call you spores
so
now because I'm breaking.
8. What is that? 16?
I think so, yeah. I don't even remember. I'm just doing practice shots. Let's just do a couple practice rounds, and maybe that'll just be the death stream there. We just practice until death. Well, that was terrible, but then again, I'm
Watch out!
Fuck, I forgot you only have 2, too.
I have 3.
3. What am I saying? I'm hoary. I'm Brett Kane, and this is my dart situation. Oh.
Ah, watch this. I see it. Oh.
Oh, you.
Alright. Oh!
Wow.
That shit.
Dude, I got an eye for spiders, dude. What the fuck? Get out of here.
Kill it! No, leave it.
Don't kill it. I
No,
don't.
hey, I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Why are you gonna throw a dart at it? You said don't kill it.
I'm not gonna kill it. I just wanna pet it.
Just want to pet it with a dart. Okay.
Yeah, I don't wanna get my fucking finger. I don't wanna get bit.
Well, actually, I found out, if you just... Whoa! Whoa! Damn, fam. Hold up. I just did it, too.
To mine?
Yeah, well, you did it, too, to that one. You fucked this one up, and then the other one got fucked.
You got fucked.
No, you got fucked.
I'm gonna fuck you. What up?
No, you're not. Go Gord. No. Boom.
Oh, no.
What are you doing, bandito? Oh my god, you are such a crybaby. You're the biggest crybaby I have ever seen. Come here. Get your fat ass up. Man.
Well, I stepped in cat shit.
What? What the fuck? You sure? You shouldn't be doing that back here. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, there's grass on it, so it might have been dog actually if it's outside. Cause
I'm missing one.
it's on the pad there. Oh my god, you fat boy. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm letting you down, you freak. Oh my, you pussy.
Let's go outside and go get this off real quick.
You pussy.
Pussy.
He is a pussy. Well, death dart.
Oh, fuck. I thought this actually gonna be fucked.
Of course, we ain't gonna throw it at each other.
No, actually.
Grass is the best way. Oh!
I knew the way.
I know the way.
What the hell is attacking?
Oh, that's because that was the dude coming back, or guy coming back. Oh man, there's a lot of random interesting topics today. I mean, I went over like fucking Israeli shit. I mean,
Where's the basketball at, bro?
basketball should be over there on that red thing over there, the red chair. Yeah.
I get this stuff off.
Get my horrible A game going.
I'll show you how to play basketball. I know.
Well, I know how to play. I just am shit at it.
Let's go. I'm actually okay. I'm not boss at it, but
Or at least you ain't like the. Oh, my stream died. Well,